Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Absolutely Not podcast. I'm your host, Heather McMahan. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, I got a funky little outfit on. I have a new silk shirt from my favorite brand, Legence. It's got mahjong pieces all over it. Speaking of which, if the girls from Atlanta could reschedule our mahjong tournament, I'd really appreciate that. I mean, my God, we've had to reschedule it 8 times, and I'm trying to mahjong. I've got a funky hat on and a new pair of Gucci sunglasses I bought during a sad moment at the Miami Bell Harbor Mall. I got a hat. We love you, our queen. I don't know who made this. Someone made this funky hat. I look like a gay train conductor. It's giving Janet Jackson. It's giving Beyonce. It is also giving Amtrak. And that's the vibe I am putting out today. Hope you guys are doing great. A lot of things to talk about. Mother's Day happened, and we have a new pope. We got a new pope. I never knew that I'd be so interested in who was taking over the throne. Then I just never knew. I never knew I would be so into it. You know, I'm a Protestant. I'm a Christian. And everybody around me, they're good old Catholics. And I've always been respectful of the Pope, but I've never had that connection to another man in the human flesh form. But I'm excited. We got an American Pope. You'll be my American Pope, American Pope. You know that song, American Girl? No, American Boy. Take me on a trip I'd like to go someday. Great song. You'll be my American Pope, American Pope. We've got an American Pope. And last week, obviously, on this episode, let me take my shades off real quick. We were talking about Chicago, Chi-Town, all of the things. And the Pope is from Chicago. So I want to know, has he had a Chicago beef? Is he deep dish, thin crust kind of guy? What's he into? This is exciting. Chicago, the new Pope. Let's get some Q&A on the new Pope. The new Pope. Oh, my God. And you know what's wild? I got to tell you, it's a little wild that the movie Conclave came out. And then I met Isabella Rossellini on a flight. She's in the movie. And now we actually have the Conclave. Like being a Protestant, I, of course, was educated. I've been to the Vatican. I knew about it. But I just find it interesting that the movie came out. I believe it won some Oscars. And now it's real life. Art is imitating life. Life is imitating art. Look at this. It's all full circle, baby. The new Pope. Okay, let's see. It's a big deal. He is from America. His name is Robert Francis Prevost. He has been chosen by the conclave. Let's click on Vatican News. Peace be with you all. The first words of Pope Leo. I'm not 100% how to read those numbers, but, you know, I don't know where he is in succession. But, you know, he's been up. 267th Bishop of Rome. I'm sorry. Okay. It was right below that. I couldn't read the Roman numerals. 267th Bishop of Rome. I'll tell you what's great restaurants around the Vatican to die for. Do I still go to the Vatican and get a little, you know, my spidey senses like, there's a lot of money being hidden in here for sure. But I'm excited. Apparently he's fun. He's cool. He's been tweeting a lot. Fighting with JD Vance, which is fun. That's so fun. So let's look. Let's see what he's been. He tweeted a couple days ago, JD Vance is wrong. Jesus doesn't ask us to rank our love for others. Let him know. And I don't know if y'all know this, but JD Vance went to go meet the past Pope, Papa Francesco, and then the man passed shortly after. So I'm just saying, if this one knows what's good, you just keep the interaction to the back and forth on X. You don't invite him over. You're good. You are good, my man. He speaks Spanish. He speaks Italian. It's a big deal. Talk about something to be patriotic about. Our country's in shambles, but I'm excited about the Chicago Pope. Does he like the Cubs? Does he like the White Sox? What's he like? I need to know more. Okay, interesting. He has definitely tweeted against the current administration. So that's okay. Well, all right. We got a progressive Pope on our hands. You'll be my American Pope. American Pope. Even the most diehard MAGA folks were all in shock when Donald Trump put up his photo of him photoshopped as the Pope the other day, which I threw my phone. I was like, make it go away. I can't. That was terrifying. And at some point you have to say, let's just call it what it was. It's a little sacrilegious. That sure is. It's a little sacrilegious. We have a friend whose dad is like hardcore conservative, diehard Catholic. And he was really trying to justify it in his brain. I was like, check on such and such dad. And Jeff was like, he's not doing well. He's not doing well. And then the next day, Trump put up the photo of him with the lightsaber, for May 4th. May the 4th be with you. But he had the wrong saber. He had the red saber, which is the opposition saber. So everybody in the comments was like, you picked the evil saber. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And I just want to throw this out there. If the other side of the coin, if Biden had done a photo of him as a pope, heads would have rolled. Heads would have rolled. Heads will roll on the floor. I got to go listen to some good 2013 music because that's where I'm at today. But yeah, I need to know more about this guy. I need to know, where did he live in Chicago? Has he seen the bear? I need to know. Has he been to the Armitage Ale House, the place that I went last weekend and loved? Has he ever seen me perform at the Chicago Theater? Is he a fan? We need to know. But I love it. That's what people don't really give popes enough credit for. They speak 100 languages. So you have to essentially be a polyglot. You got to speak a billion different languages. You stay in celibate, which is a whole nother situation. And you are, you're a person of the people. I wouldn't have made a great pope, but I'll tell you what, I would have made you'll be my American girl. There's something to be patriotic about. I'll tell you what, this 4th of July, I know what I'm going to get excited about. We got a Chicago Pope. I love it. And out of all the cities he could be from, Chicago just seems gritty and earthy and grounded and cold and just he's going to go in there. Maybe he has a leather jacket on. Maybe he shows up in a leather jacket, but a nice kind of dad leather jacket, oversized. It's brown. And he's got a Cubs hat on. He's like, buongiorno. I don't know why I'm making him from Long Island, but go the Bears. Maybe he's like buongiorno. That is absolutely not how he talks, but I don't know why. I just figure this character who's kind of like everyone's favorite dad from the Midwest. That's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining him just coming in with that soft, worn-in, oversized leather coat. And he's like, did you catch the game last night? But he's speaking in Swahili. That's what I imagine. So we're back, baby. A reason to be patriotic. The Chicago Pope. What else is happening? Mother's Day. What did you do for your mother? And if she is dead, I am sorry. This is triggering. Wow, I am full of song today. I am full of song. Mother's Day. Robin hates to go out on Mother's Day. She hates to go out really on any holiday except Christmas Eve. This is what Robin always says. She says, the food's shit. Brunch is a horrible meal to try and serve because I know the kitchen staff is stressed out, pissed off, and everybody in the family's pissed off, and you're waiting at noon, 2 hours for a table. She just doesn't do well with brunch. Okay? The woman who wears an egg on her head all the time doesn't do well with brunch. And she doesn't like to go out. So we're keeping it simple, cooking at the house, having a nice meal, and then I'll take her out 2 days after because she's also weary about on Sunday for some reason. She's like, well, if I want a piece of fish, the fish has probably been sitting in the fridge since the last Monday. So she likes to go out on a Tuesday, Wednesday when she knows the trucks have arrived. And so they got fresh stuff. So that's what she wants. So we'll make some nice amatriciana from my favorite restaurant, Il Falcetto in Rome. See the connection, the Pope, he's from Chicago, Rome, You see how I'm putting it together. I am looking at an incredible piece of art that a gal, I believe Katie made it for me. It's a piece of art that has the Chicago Theater, and she whittled it out of wood and then like screen printed it or something. Anyways, I just want you to know that when you make me knickknacks and goodies and then you bring them to the shows, I cherish them. Like this hat I got on the cruise. Y'all brought me so many fucking gifts on the cruise. We had to ship 2 giant, huge boxes home. Okay? And we got to talk about this. Hold on. I know somebody in the Facebook group wanted me to do just one episode where I just go through the gifts, but if you're not watching this on YouTube, somebody got me a giant flag with Pitbull on it, and it's all of his motivational phrases. I've lost a lot and learned a lot, but I'm still undefeated. Every day above ground is a good day. Remember that. Daaaa. Took my life from negative to positive. I just want y'all to know that. Reach for the stars, and if you don't grab them, at least you'll fall on top of the world. Let's stop time and enjoy this moment. Like, these are really, honestly, like, out of context, they're actually kind of like really cheesy and terrible. But you know what songs they're from. And this is the best one. This is for everybody going through tough times. Believe me, been there, done that. But every day above ground is a blessing. I know my rent was going to be late about a week ago. See, this is what's tough about doing the show on YouTube. I used to be able to sing as much as I wanted. But if I sing more than like 10 seconds of a song, we get dinged for it. So I got to keep my vocals to a minimum. Okay, I also want to show you guys this insane boat and tote bag that then somebody had an artist paint all of my favorite things. It has Ole Miss, Delta Gamma, Atlanta. It's got my dogs on it. Has my wedding date, both dates. I didn't even remember the first date I legally got married, which was December 21st, 2020. I didn't even remember that when I went to the courthouse. And then some thoughtful person remembered it. And then on the next side, it's got all my tours, Absolutely Not, the Bamboozled Tour, Emmys, Today Show, Oscars, Son I Never Had, Breadwinner, Hulu. Like, what? Who is this thoughtful? I got to get better at giving gifts. I am so bad at this. Then let me show you another highlight. Here's a gorgeous throw pillow that has been handcrafted to say Absolutely Not. Who's this by? This is by a gift from Ashley Jones. Think she hand gifted that, hand whittled the wood. I mean, I've got buttons, we have shirts, we've got flags, I've got this bedazzled hat. I just really have had such a great time this week going through all my gifts. I think I was supposed to be talking about my mom right now, but I'm talking about the gifts you've given me. Either way, it is so much fun. Homemade t-shirts. I mean, I'm just really grateful for how talented you guys are. I mean, I know I'm the one over here trying to entertain, but y'all are really talented. So keep up the good work. Keep those fingers sewing me some more goodies. What's happening this week? Oh, big deal. Big deal. Atlanta show. We opened up some really great seats. Atlanta, this is the only time. You better come out now. This Saturday. Atlanta, Georgia, at the Fox Theater, May 17th. We opened up some really great seats. Get excited, get there. And then again, next week after that, or 2 weeks after that, May 30th, Friday at the Beacon, only a few seats left. Get those tickets at heatherontour.com. The Beacon's going to be a wild show. Atlanta's always like top wildest shows because it's my hometown and we just let it rip. But what's nice is I haven't been back to Atlanta since I shot the special. So I'm so excited to just be back and like relax and be able to do so much crowd work and just have a fucking great time and not feel like there's so much pressure. Like that's what I'm looking forward to most about this Atlanta show is these are my people and we're just going to let it rip and get so redonkulous. Like redonkulous. Not ridiculous, redonkulous. And then we're all going out afterwards and having some drinks. So that's my hometown. Very excited. And I'm really honored you guys are coming out. It means the world to me. I feel like we should jump right into the voicemails. I want to know what y'all have been up to for Mother's Day. And listen, I know it's tough. These forced holidays where we have to isolate one parent can be tough. And I'll be on pain pills on Father's Day. But I want you to know I'm here for you. So whether you're in the Dead Mom Club, Dead Dad Club, Dead Ferret Club, whoever died, want you to know there will always be a holiday that will be tough. So I hear you and I'm sorry. But I want you to know do the best you can. Find those other people in your life that are also dealing with the same situation. Call your friends. Go make yourself a fabulous cocktail. Go get a massage. Go see a movie. Do something to keep yourself busy. Because trust me, I understand. I really, if anybody gets it, I get it. And these holidays are tough. I mean, Valentine's Day is fucking tough. Everything's fucking tough. The world is tough. But we got a American boy, American Pope. So, and here's the thing. If things go wrong at the Vatican with our new Pope from Chicago, we only have ourselves to blame. But apparently he was not the front runner, too. And that's the big thing. Oh, and that's a nice thing to remember. If Father's Day is coming up in June and you are sad because your dad is dead, just write a letter to the new Pope. Be like, will you be my new papa? And I'm sure he'll say yes. I do wonder, as Americans, do we get like precedent if we need to like get healed from something? Like if the eczema gets really bad, can I be like, hi, citizen of the world, but specifically the country you're from, can I like get a healing hand? Like, let me know. And I hope if you're a mom, I hope your families did something nice for you. And if all you wanted to do for Mother's Day was to go sit in your car and blast the Spice Girls or Natasha Bedingfield or Natalie Imbruglia, Left of the Middle is one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life. And if you don't know who Natalie Imbruglia is, she was famous for writing the song, "Nothing's fine, I'm torn, I'm all out of place, this is how I feel." You know what I'm talking about. But I want you to know that is one of the best albums ever, Left in the Middle. And if Natalie Imbruglia ever sees this, I want you to know, big fan. Big fan. From start to finish. And there's also a hidden song on that album. One of the best albums I've ever heard. But if Mother's Day to you was just getting away from your fucking family, going out and touching grass outside of a TJ Maxx, I hope you did it. I really hope you did. Let's get to the voicemails. As always, you can call in 800-213-7503. Here we go.
Heather, it's your girl Meredith from St. Louis. As we approach Mother's Day this weekend, on behalf of your other McManiacs, we just want to give Robin a giant happy Mother's Day, and thank you for being our extended mother. Thank you for sharing her with us and all of her craziness. We love her so much. We love you too. All right, love and light. Bye.
I love the McManiacs, my favorite people. They're the only people that I put on this crazy bedazzled. It is giving conductor, it's giving pilot hat, but it's also giving North Korean dictator, like gay Kim Jong-un, which I'm not mad at. Listen, I want to say thank you to y'all. Thank you for allowing my mom to be a part of the community. Thank you for being so kind to her. She's such a nutter butter. I adore her. She came home just wildly bruised from Portugal. She's back from her trip. And this morning she was running around, she has to go to the gym. And I said, Mom, did you get beat up in Europe? And it's, it's the medication she's on for the high blood pressure. It just leaves her bruised. And I said, I just want you to know that you cannot go out in public without pants on because it looks like Jeff and I are beating you at night. And she's like, oh, shut up. I'm going to the gym. Everybody at the club knows you don't beat me. And I'm like, I don't know if they know that I don't. But so she's running around with her bruises, which I'm like, that's what happens. You get older, the skin gets a little thinner. And you bruise. She sneezes and she's got a bruise around her throat. Like, I don't know what to do. But she was so tickled pink being home and we were laughing so hard. And she's like, Heather, she's telling me all about Portugal and a trip and the best wine. She had the best sea bass of her life. It was only $30. I mean, she is just hooting and hollering about how cheap and fabulous and delicious and wonderful and cultural Portugal is. So it was so happy to have her home. But then I had that moment this morning. I come down the stairs and we kind of have our rule. Like, let me just get a cup of coffee before you start just pounding me with questions. And my feet had not like hit the floor, hit the ground. So I walk down the stairs and I have a rule. Let me get down the stairs, let me hit the mat, and then let me get a cup of coffee. And then once I'm seated to get a cup of coffee, you can ask me a billion questions. I was on the third step down and it's, Heather, what are we doing for dinner? Where are we going here? I mean, she woke up. A bitch does not know what jet lag is. She woke up ready to hit the ground running. had already put 2 of my silk suits from L'Agence that I had in a specific basket to go to dry cleaning. Already had put those through the wash. They may be ruined. And that's the thing. I said, Mom, I love you. Everything in this laundry room I have done, it is all like don't touch my bins. Don't touch my baskets. Oh, was that real silk? That was a $700 suit. Well, it may have shrunk. So I've got to take all the stuff to the dry cleaners and hope that we can salvage this. So L'Agence, send me some more suits. But it just being back, I forgot there was not going to be a dull moment. She was crying about something but it's like it's a 77-year-old Italian mom cry where it's like lasts for 30 seconds. The hydrangeas are beautiful. It's very coffee talk. The hydrangeas are in bloom. Oh my God. Done. And then she's done. And then she disappears. And then I look at the phone to find, because we track each other, you got to keep tabs. And I'm like, oh, she's a target. 1 minute she was crying about the flowers that were blooming since she's been gone. Next thing you know, she took her bruised ass to Target. I can't keep up. I cannot keep up. But I'm grateful that y'all are so great to her and that you love when she comes on the podcast. I'm going to have her on maybe next week. Let's do that. Let's do a Mother's Day recap with Robin. I would really love that. She just had a blast. She was talking about how she's never laughed harder than when she was with all of her girlfriends in Portugal. So I really just think that they had a great time. And I'm proud of her for traveling and getting out and doing the most. I saw this great thing on TikTok a while ago. This woman made a video and she said, sometimes we have to remember that our parents, especially our moms, were at one point a little girl too. And that's why I think I have so much patience and love and admiration for my mom. Because I look at her she had a tough upbringing, and I look at her sometimes and I just think she survived. She figured it out. She was a warrior bitch. Yeah, is she nutty and crazy and a hot fucking mess for sure. But when I saw that on TikTok, it really resonated with me. Sometimes we need to be kinder to our moms. At one point, they were little girls too. And I do think we have this crazy generation where we're always trying to look inward and then outward and blame our parents for everything. And I'm not saying our parents didn't fuck up. I'm not saying our parents didn't make mistakes. But I don't know why I'm very empathetic to my parents. I'm they did the best they could. And I'm not a parent yet, but I'm doing the best I can now. So I have a real soft spot. Robin can really stick it to me. And then I'm she's 77. She's living her best life. What are you going to do? But I feel grateful. I feel really very, very grateful that I have a really deliciously rich relationship with my mom. And I've already told Jeff, I said, listen, the nuclear bomb's going to come off. The cockroaches are going to scatter and Robin will appear from the rubble. We already know this. She's not going anywhere. Knock on wood. But God forbid, you would have to put me in an asylum. I'm telling you right now, you want to do a wellness check? Wellness check on me if, God forbid, Robin takes a tumble at a Target, okay? That's when you know mama's going to be really cuckoo. But I feel very blessed. And I'm grateful that you guys let me bring her along for the ride. Because I'm telling you, it's keeping her young. That cruise put another 10 years on her life. Her being around that many people, partying, dancing, being up late, being in the mix, that saved her. That bought us another 10 years. So I'm grateful for it. All right, let's get to the next voicemail.
Heather, what's up, bitch? This is Olivia from Southeast Missouri.
Olivia.
I have an absolutely not with the high school girls, prom dresses, homecoming dresses lately.
Mm-hmm.
They're so short, I'm afraid I'm going to see a lip.
Yeah.
When we were in school, we made sure they were, long enough. That way we could shake our ass without having to fear that our labia was hanging out.
Yeah.
So am I being a bitch, or is this just a new trend and I'm behind? Love and light, tiramisu bitch. Love you. Bye.
Love you, Olivia. This is a controversial subject. Because here's the thing. We really ride a fine line of not being that bitch, but we're also that bitch. And we also need to lean in. So I'm really teeter-tottering on the line of, am I going to be that bitch or am I actually that bitch? Or am I just being a bitch? What is it though? The prom debate with the prom dresses, it's tough. You want these young girls to feel fantastic. You want them to show their uniqueness, their individuality with their style. But I'm telling you what, I also agree. The dresses are short. The dresses are too short. Now, at my prom, we had to wear gowns. I also went to like this weird private school. But we got very dressy. It was black tie. It was tux, and you wore a long dress. I mean, somebody maybe wore like an A-length. The handkerchief dresses were very in 2005 for my senior prom. And I'll never forget, I wore a halter dress. Our dress, that was it. Our dresses had to have straps. They could not be sleeveless, which was fine. I love a sweetheart neckline, and I like a halter. It makes my shoulders look thinner. And I had a beautiful dress, and it was a little V-neck, and I had big boobs. I had just gotten big boobs. I'll never forget one of my teachers, Miss Runkle, who I loved. Miss Runkle's the best. And if she hears this, I have no hate, no shade. I believe Miss Runkle pulled me aside, and she goes, here's the deal. She goes, I don't care, but these other fucking teachers care. Can we do a little paper clip, a little safety pin right at the nape of the chest, just so one of these assholes doesn't get on you? And I said, Miss Runkle, because you asked, I will. And we had to go in the bathroom, and Anne Marie and I had to safety pin because the top of my cleavage was showing. But I looked good. It's hard. You do see some of these girls, and man, it's like inappropriate short. But I'm telling you what, if I was that thin again, I'd be wearing nothing. I'd have on a bikini top. And the advice I always want to give to our younger selves or younger women is, God, enjoy it while you can. I'm getting to a point where I need a freaking wrist brace because I got some sort of carpal tendonitis from carrying my own luggage through the airport. I got a tight neck if I don't sleep on 4 fucking pillows. I have a pregnancy pillow for my sciatica. I'm not even pregnant, nor have I ever been pregnant. I mean, that's where we're at. You see these kids, they can run around in a stitch of makeup, perfect, flawless. And I'm almost like, do what you gotta do. Enjoy it. Because one day your labia will be down to your knees. Enjoy it while you can. Now, one thing I can't get behind is these prom proposals. My God, have you seen the prom proposals? Out of control and highly problematic. Like the amount of folks that are not going to get into Ivy League schools because their prom proposal was unhinged is worrisome. And my thing, if the proposals are starting at prom, what's going to happen when you get engaged on the Amalfi Coast? You're going to go, this is it? Where's the marching band? Surprising me at 4th period, traipsing through the halls of the high school. And then you bring me 24 carnations. Where's that, Nathaniel? Poor Nathaniel has rented out Borgo San Andrea, one of the nicest hotels on the Amalfi Coast. He's on one knee. There's a candle at dinner, and you go, well, there's no marching band, and there's no carnations. Oh, this room was how much? $5,000 a night? Not enough, Nathaniel. I get worried about giving kids too much too soon because then they won't appreciate it later. But I'm also in the mindset, live fast, die young, bad girls do it well. You'll be my American Pope. I'm so silly today. What am I doing? I'm crazy. The prom proposals really do stress me out. And just in a nutshell, what it is, you get proposed to go to prom, and they have to do it in a real, ornate, extravagant, over-the-top way. And it's always a surprise. And there's a lot of people involved. It's like a flash mob, a flash dance. And then everyone's involved. So you had to know, if I had a prom proposal and I didn't have on a full fucking glam beat from MAC, the MAC cosmetic counter at Lenox Mall, and you popped up out of the bushes with the marching band and I wasn't ready on the fly, I would say no. Also, I'm telling you right now, I would always go with my friends' brothers to prom because I was like, yeah, we're just going to have a good time. The amount of pressure. I didn't go to a single person. I did not go with a single person to prom that I was like dating or in love with. It was like fun people that I'm like, we're just going to have a great time. It's because I didn't have a boyfriend. No, I dated a guy from another school, but he was gay. Had a couple of those. Had a couple of white boys on my roster. He be feeding me lobster and pasta. Look at me. Look at me with the jingle jangles today. No, I didn't. I went to another school's prom, but I'm pretty sure both of those guys were gay. And that is something I would also tell the young girls. If the prom proposal is really elaborate, super intricate, there's a lot of attention to detail, he too is probably also gay. But also, if you were going to have sex with anybody, probably a good person. Very safe, gentle, God, the after party prom. The after party of prom. I just remember everybody being in a hot tub. There's like 47 Domino's pizzas out on the pool table. We're all drinking. We're getting crazy. My top was off at one point. I used to do that a lot in high school. My top always came off because I was the first one to really develop the jugs. And so I always thought it was fun to show my boobs. And I'm ashamed of it. No, I'm not. Fuck it. They used to sit up high. That's where I was at in my life. But the prom dresses are getting crazier. The proposals are getting crazier. But by the time we have kids, they'll be in love with a robot. Right? It'll be like, oh, which chat GPT is taking you to the intergalactic stellar party? And you'll be like, oh, Xenon, the warrior princess or whatever. Like everyone will be transcontinental galaxy intersexual. You know what I mean? It'll be chill. And we'll all be on spaceships. And we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it, and the Pope will still be from Chicago. So that's where I'm at. That's the future I'm saying. All right, let's get to the next voicemail.
Hi, Heather. I'm one of your young fans.
Oh.
I'm in my early 20s. I have an absolutely not for you.
Mm-hmm.
I just broke up with my long-term boyfriend. I mean, how long-term can it be if I'm in my 20s? But, and I found out he cheated on me a really long time ago, after having dinner with my family. And I was wondering if you've had any experience with that, and if you have any tips on how to ruin his life. Thanks. Love you. Tiramisu, bitch.
Okay. This is what I love. A young listener. Obviously, this voicemail is sincere, but the real sincerity is, how do I ruin his life? Okay. Let me walk you through multiple steps and emotions that you're feeling right now. I can tell because you want to ruin his life, you're at the revenge, anger side of it, which I get. Valid emotion to feel. He did you wrong. He did you dirty. Also, when you get lied to like that, it makes you feel icky. You're like, I don't even know this person. That's a tough feeling. Now, if you're wondering, have I ever been cheated on? Oh, honey, you bet your ass. Now, when I look back at some of these relationships, though, they were not as serious as I think I took them in college. And even though I thought we had like the DTR determine the relationship or the what the hell is happening, or, you're obviously, I've gone to 2 of your fraternity formals. You're my boyfriend. You've come home for Easter and met my dad. Like, obviously. Apparently they did not take it as seriously as I took it. But yes, here's what you do. I'm telling you, it is not easy to do. You are not going to want to hear this advice. But living well is the best fucking revenge. Bitch, you are about to have a glow up, an emotional, spiritual, physical glow up. I want you to get online on Amazon, or I want you to go on like Ulta or anywhere that sells this product. You're going to get this glow oil from Sol de Janeiro. Okay? Smells fantastic. You're going to lather that on your skin this summer. Everywhere you go out, I don't care if it's 8 a.m. and you're going to swim practice, you're putting that shit on. It makes you glisten. And I know you're 21, you got young, gorgeous skin. It's just, with that tan, you're going to look good. Get the Sol de Janeiro. You'll smell like a coconut cupcake. Okay? So we're going to get that. That's first. Second of all, we're going to do some things for our mental health. You're going to call upon your gay bestie and your girl besties. And you're going to say, ladies and gays, I need to go out and do something fun. Keep me occupied. I want you to keep me so busy that I don't sit around and even contemplate texting this fool. Busy, 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 busy. Oh, you thought the summer was a time to slow down? No, honey, you just got your heart broken. Busy, busy, busy. I want you to get rollerblades. I want you to maybe pick up a new volunteer job. And I know what you're thinking. I don't have the energy or the spirit to volunteer. You're going to start volunteering. You're going to go down to the ASPCA, go down to the pound, do something to give back. And that way you can't wallow in your shit. Because when you're helping dogs and cats in need, you're going to go, you know what? Somebody's got it worse. It's called perspective. Now go with me. So we purchased the Sol de Janeiro, the Body Glow. We bought a pair of rollerblades just because those are fun. It's a great way to unwind. If you're feeling stressed, if you don't want to go for a power walk, you're going to blade. You'll be my American Pope. And you're just going to blade and you're going to hit it. Okay? And if that seems too dangerous, obviously wear a helmet and wrist guards. That seems too dangerous. Find another thing that would be that fun. You know those moon boots? You got to bounce it out. And because what's going to happen is you just went through like a little tiny trauma of getting cheated on, you need to bounce the lactic acid out. You need to bounce the lymphatic drainage and bounce the trauma. Trauma can get stored in your fupa. Now you're 21, you don't have one yet, but that's what happens to us old gals. We've been beaten down for so long that our fat upper pussy areas are just stored with trauma. The Ozempic's not going to get rid of it, honey. I got to go see a shaman witch doctor in the hills of Peru. Lay some hands. Shake it out. In the words of Florence the Machine, shake, shake, shake. Shake it out, shake it out. Take it out, shake it out. Ooh, ooh. I was mixing that with Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Mini trampoline. If you're very afraid of the blades, I'd say mini trampoline. Because I do feel like your generation probably missed the rollerblading summer. So, recap: body oil, volunteer, some sort of way to shake or move your body just for fun. It's going to make you feel good. If you've got the waist for it, crop top it. I want you to go get one of those bras from Skims that's got the nips that are pointing out. I want you to put that on. And I want you just to look hot, not slutty. So actually, no crop tops. Just the nips are hard, but you're in a nice cashmere sweater. Maybe you're in Nantucket, a little cable knit, but you're still showing a little nip. You keep it classy because they want you to come out and be slutty. That's the thing. When you get broken up, I'm going to put in the words of Beyonce, my freakum dress on. No. You're going full gorge, but you're going full Nantucket. And I know what you're thinking, Heather, that doesn't make sense. I don't want you to dress like the other girls. All the girls your age are wearing the same shit. I need you to look sophisticated and put together. I need you to elevate. Because then when he sees you at the club and you're in a cable knit little sexy dress, he's like, who's that? And you're like, not your girl. Bye-bye. I'm looking for an older man. See ya. I want summer intern vibes at Vogue. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? Thank you. This doesn't have to be expensive. You're going to go down to a TJ Maxx. You're going to hit the runway edit. And you're going to get yourself a nice Ralph Lauren summer cable knit dress, and you're going to look fucking hot. And that's what you're going to do. Do you hear me? Body oil, bouncing, Nantucket, period. And I know you're frustrated. And unless, you're really, okay, and also I'm a little concerned. You said you found out from your family. Find out exactly what's going on. Your family may not have just liked him. And they maybe lied to you. But no, obviously trust your family. But I would get all the evidence. And I would just live well. I'm telling you, you feel it. You're in the season. You're in the zone right now. But if you look back, you'll look back in 2 summers from now and be like, I wasted a tear on that motherfucker. Bye-bye. You will be so over it. You're hurting now. It will always hurt now. And then all you need to do is make out with one cutie outside, by the dock. And you will be back in action, baby. Trust me on that one. For me to get over a breakup, I had to make out with like 10 more gay dudes. And then I was like, oh, okay, I got it. Oh, you guys really just aren't into me. Okay, cool. But I have crazy breakup stories. But when I look back, no one broke my heart. In the time, I think my ego was bruised. I felt betrayed. But when I look back, I'm like, I wasn't in love with these people. There was no love. It was lust. It was lust and like convenience. That's what it was. And I honestly, genuinely, I've had plenty of boo things, but I was never in love or even like knew that I felt a different type of way until I met my husband. And then I was like, oh yeah, this is easy. This shouldn't be complicated. Oh, okay. Yeah, so here's what's going to happen. I love you so much that I would like to take a little piece of your sunburn that's peeling off, and I'd like to put that in a locket and wear that around my neck. That's how I know I love you. Okay, cool. If that's what this is, all right. I'm telling you, you are 21. The world is your oyster. Get out there, get to that beach bar, see you in Nantucket, bitch. Enjoy your life. Do not let this man do not ruin his, because it's not worth it. Rise above. That's right, bitch. Let's get to the next voicemail.
Heather, it's Jessica from Illinois. I haven't absolutely not. I'm very embarrassed to say this. I'm a longtime listener since like 2019, and I don't know what's in a white wine spritzer. And you always talk about it, and I could easily go search it on TikTok right now, but I feel like I should just come to you first so you can just tell me how to make it. And, like, do I drink it on the boat?
Yes.
Do I drink it during, like, dinner?
Yes.
Is it, like, an afternoon drink? Is it daytime drinking? I want to know. I need all the details. What type of wine? What makes it the spritz? All the things.
Okay.
Please tell me.
My queen, I have you. And I'm so honored that y'all come to me for sophisticated life advice, like how to ruin your ex's life, or when's the appropriate time to drink a white wine spritzer. I just feel, God, I got to take a second and reflect of how grateful I am that y'all think of me as just this iconic, taste-making, Martha Stewart-esque queen. Now, here's the great thing about a white wine spritzer. Sometimes it can be too soon to drink a white wine, but a spritzer, never too soon, never too early, never too late. All a white wine spritzer is white wine and seltzer. That's all it is. Some might add a little fruit juice. Maybe you do a little touch of a mango puree, a peach. But really then you're getting into mimosa territory. A spritzer is simply white wine, seltzer, and maybe a piece of fruit. That's it. Easy. I would say drink it on the boat. What I love about making a white wine spritzer too is you're cutting the alcohol. So you're staying hydrated. You can sip on that bad boy for much longer. For some reason, when I get pure wine and it hits the lips, I go too hard. And then I get a day headache. There's nothing worse than a midday white wine headache. With the spritzer, you're getting some of that magnesium, sodium, potassium from the Pellegrino. It's keeping you hydrated, effervescent, bubbly, energetic. Now, a spritz is different. An Aperol spritz is Aperol, Prosecco, club soda. If you do a real authentic Italian style, it's gin, Aperol, Prosecco, club soda, and then it's got a Castrolavano. Why am I forgetting how to say that? Olive. A very thick, like, I don't want to say greasy is not the word. Oily, delicious green olive. My cousin who lives near Venice, that's how she makes them. And that's authentic. A Hugo spritz, elderflower liqueur. Some Saint Germain elderflower liqueur. Prosecco, white wine, and maybe like a little fruit juice or something. Let's see, what's in a Hugo spritz? But a white wine spritzer is just anything. Oh, Hugo spritz. Saint Germain elderflower liqueur, mint, Prosecco, soda water. That's all you got to do. To make a white wine spritzer, it's just anything plus soda. You can make a coffee spritz, coffee and club soda. You can make a Pepto-Bismol spritz, Pepto and club soda. That's all you're doing. So find your favorite flavor. I also suggest a little Pamplemousse LaCroix to die for. And I'm really into Vino Verde. I love a Vino Verde. It's a nice, effervescent, lightly frizzante white wine. My girl Sarah Sutel, who's my som in New York, turned me on to that a long time ago. But white wine spritzers are pretty fantastic. You could drink them on the way to carpool. You could drink, and I don't suggest that, but you could drink them at a funeral. You could drink them at work. Because if somebody comes up, what are you drinking? Club soda, Pamplemousse. They're only going to get the notes of the grapefruit. They're not going to get the notes of the alcohol. And that's what we like to do is scam people. But I just feel very honored that you came to me with such a delicate question. And I don't want other people to think that anything is off the table or off limits. Like, I'm here to educate you. And I also had to learn this by trial and error. I'm fine looking like an asshole or an idiot or being the guinea pig in order to regurgitate the information to you so you look like a professional. Okay? That is my gift to you. In fact, I'm going to go to dinner tonight. I'm probably going to have a white wine spritzer. It's 85 degrees out. I'm going to sit outside of Yeppa and have one, just a nice, refreshing one. I'm not trying to get crazy. I've got a really early shoot tomorrow morning. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay? They're always refreshing. They're always a good time, and you can always pace yourself. And speaking of pacing yourself, we have a mad dash till summer starts. We have a mad dash. The summer solstice will be here before you know it. I'm getting through tour. I got to go to New York twice in the next 2 weeks. We've got 2 insane, huge shows that are coming up in the next 2 weeks. We've got a lot on the plates. I got to go do a PR run in New York, then fly back to the Atlanta show, then go back to New York. And I'm excited. And then I get a little break. I get a little break. I know y'all are wrapping up the end of the school year. I know graduations are happening. I know we got fucking prom proposals. There is a mad dash to get to that swimming pool. I get it. But in the meantime, we got to keep our wits about us. We got to stay present and pleasant and drink that white wine spritz. Because I know a lot of these scenarios bring up old family members, bring up stressful situations. You're hysterical. Your kids graduating kindergarten. You've had 10 white wine spritzes at the graduation. Your husband has to drive you home because you can't handle it. I get it. It's an emotional time. It's a spring awakening into a summer celebration, and I am here for you. We will be celebrating at my shows. I will be celebrating you all from afar, but I want you to know you got to give yourself grace during these next couple months because we got a lot to celebrate. We got to celebrate ourselves too. So while you're doing a lot for other people too, take a moment today to celebrate yourself. Make yourself a little white wine spritz and enjoy the day. It's a pleasure being here. I love chit-chatting with you guys. Y'all are the best. Thank you for the thoughtful voicemails. And I will see you at the last 2 shows of this spring tour. Then I'm taking the summer off, and then I'll see you back in August. So again, get your tickets at heatherontour.com, and you can call into the hotline, 800-213-7503. If there's any other lifestyle questions, too, you want me to answer, I'd be happy to do so. Okay, you guys have been great. This has been fun. I'll see you on the next episode. Ciao, Bella. Arrivederci.